All right, it's been a couple of months. It's now winter 2021, and I thought I would do another update because a couple of things have happened. The first thing is that a little while back, I hit 300 subscribers. I'm actually at, I think, like 315 now, but hit 300 subscribers. I know for some people, they'll be watching this and they'll be like 300. That's not really a big deal at all, but it kind of is for me. I've been doing this since 2019, and somehow I hit 100 subscribers, 200 subscribers, and 300 subscribers all in the same year. Hit 100, I think, in like April, 200 in, I want to say like August or something like that, and then 300 right at the end of November. So I work at a company that is kind of does a lot of like YouTube oriented stuff. So I'm hoping that this is the start of the snowball. It's pretty wild to have seen the growth. Started out, basically 2019 getting like almost no subscribers. Like I think I had like 12 already, but I think by the end of 2019 I was still at maybe like less than 50. Or around 50. And then 2020, it was still like nothing. And then now in 2021, it's kind of sparked. So I think what we've seen at the company that I work for is like, once that ball gets rolling, it just, as long as you stay consistent and you keep on improving, that those numbers just like a snowball just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'm interested to see what will happen, with that. The other big thing that happened this year, that like literally just happened last week as of the recording of this video, is finish Frank's list. Frank's 101 movies that I have to watch list is now done. The last movie, Revenge, is up. As Casey Musgraves would say, I'm happy and sad at the same time. So it's... There's like a little bit of like there's like a little bit of sadness that it's done. I miss making those videos, and I miss like sort of like having somebody to address the videos to, if that makes sense. But also, I've been doing that for a long time, so it's kind of nice that in a way it's kind of nice that project is over. So we're gonna say goodbye to Frank's 101 Movies project, and we're gonna say hello eventually to Stewart's 101 movies that Frank has to watch. I made him a list. I think it was back in 2019, actually. I made him a list, and the expectation, of course, was for him to actually watch those videos, or watch those movies. I don't think he's watched any of them, and that's fine. It's his choice. He can choose not to do that. But I would like to explore that list a little bit and talk about why I put those films on there, like why I love them, why I suggested them. And so that's going to be the next project that I'm going to do, but that's not going to be all I'm going to do. So when I started Frank's 101 movies that I have to watch project, basically I was doing those like pretty much every week. I think in 2021, I really started to sprinkle more stuff into that mix. But for a long time, it was really just those videos every week. And I am not planning on doing that with my list. Now, 101 movies, if you do one of those every week, that's like 2 years worth of content. So I have no idea when this list will be done. Obviously, it's 101 movies, but like I said, I'm gonna be sprinkling other stuff into it. So it may take a while. It may take a while to finish it. And I'm not 100% sure on when I'm actually going to be starting it. I would imagine like probably within the next couple of months, I'll probably start putting those up. But in the meantime, I have a ton of other stuff that I want to do. And, I'm not in a hurry, I would say, to like start that specific project. I have a couple of goals for 2022. The first one of those goals is that by the end of 2022, I had started scripting some stuff in 2021. There's a few videos out right now that are scripted. All of the Never Have I Ever Scream videos, those are all scripted. And the video of another top 10 films I'd like to see on Criterion, that as well is scripted. And in 2022, my goal is that by the end of the year, all the videos will be scripted. And basically there will be no more of just like me kind of like off the cuff rambling about something. And then my stretch goal is going to be releasing hopefully more than one video per week. Like I said, that's a stretch goal. I don't know whether it's going to happen or not, but that's kind of what I'm going for. And what I want to talk about next is what's going to be changing with the channel in order to make that happen. So for basically since I started the Frank's 101 Movies project, what I've been doing is doing one video a week. So every Thursday at 10 a.m., you know, whatever time zone that I was living in at the time, you know, it used to be 10 a.m. Pacific Standard, now it's 10 a.m. Central Standard. But every Thursday at 10 a.m. there would be a video. In 2022, that's not going to happen anymore. So what I'm going to be doing is my goal is to still release one video a week. That video will come out basically whenever it's done, essentially. Probably like the day after it's uploaded, because YouTube, because I'm not like, you know, I'm not like a big channel. YouTube kind of tends to take a little while to get to transcoding my videos. So what I'll probably do is like whenever I get it uploaded, like the day after it will come out. But again, like it won't be a regular day like it has been for the last 2 years, but my goal is still a video per week. But the reason I'm doing that is because the past like 2-ish years, almost 3 years actually, the issue that I've been having is that what I would do is I would edit a video. I would shoot a bunch of videos all at one time. You probably figured that out by the fact that like I'm wearing the same clothes in a lot of the videos. So I would shoot a bunch of videos at one time, and then I would edit one, and maybe like in one weekend I would edit like 2 or 3 videos. And the first video would be for like the next week, and then I would like bank, you know, another 2 videos. But then the problem is what I would do is I would not work on anything for 2 or 3 weeks. And then I would get under the gun and be, oh, I need to finish another video. I got to go finish another video, or I got to go shoot and edit a bunch of videos. And I realized this year in 2021 that I think my whole thing of like the videos come out every Thursday at 10 a.m. and there's one video a week was actually kind of giving me an out to like not produce more content. Because sometimes I would shoot like 4 to 6 or even 8 videos at a time, and they would just sit there on my hard drive because I didn't really have an incentive to just go ahead and like edit them and release them. And I don't want to, especially now because I'm not particularly, you know, before I was following this one specific list. Now it's kind of like I'm just kind of doing anything. I don't want to be in that space anymore where I'm disincentivized to release things. I want to just be able to release things whenever I want, still be consistent about releasing a video a week, but hopefully release more than one video a week. And so that's the plan, is like there won't be a regular release time. It'll just be like whenever. One video a week is the goal. More than one is the stretch. And again, like I said, by the end of the year, everything would be scripted. I will also say that there may be times where nothing comes out. There may be weeks where nothing comes out. You know, you may get 2 or even 3 videos in 1 week, and then maybe a next week or 2 weeks later or something, there is no videos. It all just depends on how much I can put out at any given time and what all is going on, because I do still have a full-time job that I'm working, and you know, I do have things that I'm doing just in my personal life. So there's always a fight for time with these things, but my goal in 2022 is just to kind of see like how I can push myself as far as like getting stuff out and making the most out of this, seeing if I can push myself a little bit, you know, to get more out, and also see like what the result of that is. If I release, I've been pretty consistently releasing one video a week for at least 2 years. The first, in 2019, it was very like stop and go. It was like I would release a video and then not for like 2 or 3 weeks and then release another video or whatever. So I stayed pretty consistent for the most part in 2020 and 2021, thanks COVID. That's like literally the only good thing that came out of COVID. But I stayed pretty consistent for the last 2 years, and you know, and I've seen the result of that in growth. But what I would like to see is like, okay, if I could put out 2 videos a week, or maybe even 3 videos a week, like what would that mean? You know, if I can get past 300 in 1 year, you know, could I get past 1,000 by the end of 2022? Because that would be awesome. Because then I could monetize and, you know, maybe like start paying for some of these DVDs, Blu-rays, 4Ks, etc. that are back here. So that would be pretty sweet. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm coming from with that. Those are my goals and what's going to change for 2022. Okay, so just to wrap this up, I'm going to talk real quick about what will be coming up on this channel in 2022. Actually, to end this year, I'm working on a couple of wrap-up videos for the Frank's List stuff. I have 3, maybe 4 videos that I have planned out, and I'm working on scripting those right now. And then those will be out, you know, hopefully before the end of the year. And then in 2022, like I said, I'll be starting on my list, my 101 movies for Frank to watch. And then there'll also be obviously general movie and Blu-ray reviews. I have considered the possibility of doing some new movies, maybe trying to sneak in some new movies here and there. I did do Val recently, the Val documentary. That one didn't particularly get that many views, which kind of surprised me a little bit because it is a new movie. I thought maybe that people, but it is also a documentary, so who knows. The reason that I've always stayed away from new movies is because the people who are doing these movie reviews on YouTube professionally, a lot of them have advanced screenings that they can go to. They're going a week ahead of time, sometimes 2 or 3 weeks ahead of time. Sometimes they see it at a festival a couple of months before it comes out. They have plenty of time to do this, make their videos so that they can literally drop their videos the day that it comes out. I cannot do that. I cannot get to the movie theater the day that this comes out, watch the movie, write the script, get the video out. Like, I would basically have to go to a show that day and then, you know, work all through the night to get out the video, and that's just not going to happen. So new movies might be coming into play, but very few and far between, I would imagine. So, you know, we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to 2022. I think that I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. Like I was really at a point where I was finishing up Frank's 101 movies list, and I was like, do I even really want to keep going with this? Like, is this something that I really want to do? And I was talking to my friend, and he was like, you know, he just, I don't want to go into too much into what he said, but he was very encouraging. He's like, just keep doing it, man. He's like, just keep doing it, you know? And So that's the goal, is just to keep doing it for a little bit longer, you know, see how it goes, see how 2022 goes, and, you know, we'll reevaluate then. Like I said at the beginning, not at the beginning, but earlier in the video, you know, I want to see if I can push myself and see what I can personally get out in the next year, see how I can improve, and just see if I can create more content, with the caveat that, like, you know, I'm basically just doing this in my free time, you know, so I have limitations. So one day maybe I'll be like, you know, Stuckman and Flickinger and all these, you know, all these people who actually do this for a living. That would be nice. Oh, I can't believe I forgot to mention this. So real quick, another thing that I'm going to start doing in 2022 is a series called Last Chance Filmmaker. I went to school for filmmaking 4 years, had a lot of debt. I have worked in various jobs in the industry for the past 15-ish years. So I still want to be a director. I actually financed and directed a feature film that unfortunately will never be released. I still want to do that for a living, still want to direct films for a living. And I feel like some of the things that I've been through, some of the things that I've done, some of the things that I've seen, experienced, etc., might be good for other people to know. And like I said, I still want to do this thing. So I'm looking at, you know, plans on trying to make some shorts and maybe even some, you know, micro budget features in the future. And we'll see about taking you guys along, you know, taking you along for the ride. It might be something interesting for the channel. So that's Last Chance Filmmaker. That's going to be coming next year as well. So that's it. I don't want to take up too much more time. I feel like I've rambled on enough anyway. And thank you for watching. If you did watch this, thank you for making it to the end. And I will see you in the next one.